Hey guys, Anthony here. Alright, let's just get straight into it. I was getting asked this a ton in stream last night. What are my thoughts of the game? So haven't played for about 3.5 hours now. There's still a few things I haven't tried out, which I will be trying out probably later today, like coach career mode, stuff like that. Uh, is Rugby League 26 a good game? Is it a bad game? Is it worth the money you gotta pay? All that kind of stuff. I'm going to say this. It didn't blow my socks off, but it wasn't horrible, right? Because, like, looking at this logically, there's not a lot you can do with a sport game, right? If you truly think about it, there's not much you can do with sports games, right? Let's use FIFA, for example. FIFA, every year it looks the same. There's only so much you can physically do, right? Graphically. But when I was playing the game, honestly, it felt good. It felt smooth. It felt responsive. And I was enjoying playing it, right? I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed playing the game. I was having fun. Even though I think I've only won like 2 games, I'm playing on amateur, so it's like you got rookie, amateur, veteran, legend, right? And I know a lot of other people are playing on legend difficulty in that. I'm not. I'm playing on amateur, which is kind of like easy to medium, and I'm still getting my ass. Like I'm not getting flogged like 24-0 or anything like that. I'm losing like 12-6 or something like that. So like I'm slowly getting better. I'm learning the controls. I'm learning the kicking game. I'm learning all that kind of stuff. So it's a slow process, right? But I am having fun, and obviously I had like close to 50 people in my stream yesterday, which was astronomical, which blew my mind, guys. And I just want to say thank you to all you guys who came in. So let's look at the pros. Graphically, it does look better than Rugby League Live 4, right? It's not like a complete overhaul. It does look better. When you zoom in on the characters, the entrance and everything is nice. The menus are nice. They're very simple, which I appreciate. I don't need anything super crazy, super like all over the place. We don't need that. I'm not going to be checking out Pro Team. Not interested in that at all. Have not been interested in that for a very, very long time. But overall, the game felt good. The controls felt good. Like I'd hit pass, it would pass. I'd hit the go kick, it would kick. If I didn't get the kick away in time, it was because I didn't kick it in time, right? It was like even like the cutout passes, stuff like that. It all felt it felt good. It felt good. Not phenomenal, but not bad. It felt good. It was enjoyable. I wasn't getting shitty, I guess is the easiest way. And one of the other things that did kind of little bug me was we couldn't really make any massive line breaks, right? Like we could in Rugby League Live 4, right? Where we could make that line break and kind of get through and go, and we won't get caught, especially when we have like a fast guy. In this one, it seems like at least on the difficulty I was playing, once we got through, I always found that it was always the big boys that was there. It was never, I never had one of the speedsters coming through. So maybe that's something that they can fix. Just to make it a little bit more realistic. Maybe I have like we break through, we get through. We have the fullback come through in the middle, like like Pappy does and KO Weeks, Teddy, like what those guys do, like Pong. They pop up. The forward sticks his head through, gets through. He can get the offload off to like the back and the fullback. The fullback can run through and score. So maybe that's something they can fix. I don't know programming wise how that would work, but that's just an idea. I did see a lot of complaints, especially from console users, primarily Xbox users, saying that they bought the game and went to load the game, straight up didn't work, and they needed to do not 1 but 4 updates, right, before they could even play the game, right? So it was broken on Xbox, and I think for PlayStation it wasn't as bad. But I played it on PC. So, and for me on PC, I didn't have any issues. Like I bought the game, I downloaded the game, launched perfectly fine. I didn't really have any issues with the PC launch. The cons, alright? There's a lot of cons, and it's not really more... How can I describe it? It's not gameplay, but it's just things I wish that were there. So one thing that did did very well with Cricket 24 was when you started your career mode, you could literally start in your hometown. Like, I used to live in the Illawarra. I could play in my first team as in Illawarra, right? So I could play for Illawarra, just as a guy who's just come into the team, play as Illawarra, then become captain, and then I moved up to then I moved up to New South Wales, where I was a fringe member, and there was always some sort of progression that you could really kind of take. You start as like just a basic player, become the captain of your local club, then you move up to state level, where you're a fringe player, so you're not always there, you're maybe a game here, a game there, and then you move into, kind of a core member, and then you can become the captain, and then you move up into county cricket, then you got your BBL, your in the IPL, and you're always moving up. You're always progressing to that next goal until you get to obviously international, right? Playing for Australia or India or England or New Zealand, whatever country you chose to play for, right? So there's always some progression, right? And then once you made it, like for example, me, I wanted to play for Australia, getting that baggy green, playing my first Ashes series, playing the first series against India, playing the first series in India, like all these big test series that Australia has in the real world, finally getting to play them, then obviously captaining Australia to playing those series, it built to that, right? And that was good, that was exciting, that was enjoyable, and I really, really enjoyed that. In Rugby League 26, if you're a Queenslander, right, and you want to play for Queensland, you can play through Queensland Cup, come up, start playing for the Broncos or the Titans or the Cowboys, and then move into playing for Queensland State of Origin, and then up into Australia. But if you're like me, you're a New South Welshman, and you want to play for the Blues, you can still play for the Blues, but there's no New South Wales Cup. So there's no real progression, I guess you could say. Like in the English Cup, the Super League, you can play Division 1 and move your way up, but there's no New South Wales Cup, right? There's no Jersey Flag, and I would have loved to have seen it. Like, they've got the licenses for the Roosters for all the NRL teams, so adding Jersey Flag and all that wouldn't have been too difficult. You don't need to add like all the players that are playing there. You could just have them like as random players. That would be fine. Like we would have been okay with that. But giving us that option to start in the lower divisions and kind of earn our spot, to earn that place in first grade. Because what I know is, obviously, I chose to play for Canberra. I'm a massive Canberra Raiders fan. I just jumped straight into the team, and I took Jamal Fogarty's place. I shouldn't be taking Fogarty's place. I'm only like a 59 overall, right? I should be Jersey Flag, or I should be in the lower divisions playing New South Wales Cup, right? Earning that opportunity, right? Getting better. And I think the leveling up system wasn't a big fan of that, having to, use your pay to upgrade everything. Don't really like that. I like how they did it in Cricket 24, where it's as you play, you get better. So if you kick a fair bit, you run a fair bit, you do passes, they all slowly upgrade. I like that kind of better, because then it kind of makes you want to play as your character primarily over the entire team. So it makes you want to play your character more like kind of like in a pro mode, I guess you could say. But the way I'm playing is I'm just playing as the entire team, and if my guy gets it, great. If he doesn't, whatever. So that's a couple of that's like one of the biggest concerns that I see a lot of people having. It's kind of just bang, you're straight into first grade. In Rugby League Live 4, you had to earn that right. We actually had the lower division, like the New South Wales Cup. We had that. Or maybe not New South Wales, but we had like Jersey Flag or something. So you're in the lower division, and you had to earn the right to play first grade. Whether it was through injury or just great play or anything. You had to earn that right. So it gave that sense of development for the player. And it feels like that's not here in this game, especially coming from the New South Wales side. But that's just my opinion. Okay, that's something I really wanted to see. The other thing I really want to see was like a training mode, right? Where we could, like in Cricket 24, you can go and you can bat in the nets or you can bowl in the nets, you know. And by doing that, it ups your batting, it ups your bowling, right? It's a way to increase your player's overall skill through time, effort, patience, you know, basically training. You could have done the same thing here with Rugby League 26. And we could have had like set plays where you had this, you know, as a half, because I'm playing as a half in my career mode, I could be running, oh, I need to pass it out the back. And I get passing, or I need to throw the big cutout pass. I can get level up the long passing, or I got to put a bomb in, or a grabber kick, or whatever. Or we're on the back foot, I need to get us out of trouble. Bang, I can kick, like I can punt it, and all these kind of things. Then the more I do it, the better my player gets at it, and the more I'm playing the game, which means the better that I get at it, which then means I'm learning the game, I'm understanding the mechanics, I'm learning the mechanics, and I'm understanding what to do in certain situations to get the best result. Therefore, being able to up the difficulty to make it harder so I can get even more better at the game. But there is no training. And I think that's a point missed. So, Big Ant, if you do see this, please bring training modes, like stuff like that. You had this in Rugby League Live 4. Rugby League Live 4 had training. It did. There's a lot of things that are missing from Rugby League Live 4 that you could have just brought over that aren't in this game here. I don't know what the reasoning's why. Maybe you ran out of time. I don't know. But there is a lot that is missing, and there's a lot that I would like to see. The other little gripe I had is in regards to the tutorials. Kicking tutorials. It doesn't show us how to grubber. It doesn't show you how to do the punt. It just shows you how to bomb. That's it. Kick off, bomb. That's it. There's no, like, show us how to punt. Show us how to do little grubber kicks. You know, if you're going to teach us to kick, teach us how to do all the kicks. If you're going to teach us to pass, teach us how to do the normal pass. Teach us how to do the long pass. Teach us how to do all the mechanics, not just some of the mechanics, right? I did find that the drive mechanic was weird. Which is, and what's the drive? The drive mechanic is where you got the ball, you run into the tackler, and you kind of pull them along a little bit before you get tackled. Doesn't really happen super often. Like, obviously, I understand the reasoning for that. That makes more sense. But like, in the training, it should be set so it should just automatically happen. But yeah, like, there's a few things that I think could have been done better. And I hope they do fix it. I hope they do add training mode. I hope they add, you know, if it's not New South Wales, add Jersey flag. You know, just to give us, for those of us who want to go through the New South Wales route, to give us that route of progression, to give us that kind of progression route. That's really what I want. But look, that could be something that they are still working on. I don't know. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, guys. Like, overall, I think the game's a good game. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I had fun streaming it. I did 2 streams yesterday. I'm going to be streaming again later today. I'm doing Coach Career Mode. You're going to check that. That's why I haven't really talked about Coach Career Mode. I haven't really checked it out. I did find it interesting that the top 4 players in the game are from the NRLW. So there's 2 94 rated, and they're both the women, which I found interesting. I'm curious as to why. Just because, you know, in my head, nothing against the NRLW women, right? They're phenomenal. They are phenomenal, but you can't say that they're better than Cleary or Payne Haas, or you can't say that. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, I don't think they should be rated lower, but like, you know, if you're going to put them high, make them equal. Like, I think that would be fair. But to say that they're 94, to say that overall they're better than Nathan Cleary, who's considered to be the best number 7 in the game, better than Payne Haas, who's considered to be the best prop in the game, I think that's a little bit like, what's going on here? But look, that's just my opinion. You can say that I'm being sexist or whatever. I'm not. I'm just asking the question. But yeah, that's all for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I will be streaming the game later this afternoon or maybe tonight for maybe about another hour and a half, 2 hours. And I hope to see you guys all there. But anyway, guys, much love. Awesome. Keep being awesome. Thank you for joining the stream if you were there last night. I hope to see you guys there tonight. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.